Hey, it's Lavana from Silver Lining Psychotherapy. Today I'd like to speak to all the anxious mothers out there who have anxious teenagers. Being a teenager, as you can remember, is quite a difficult phase of life. You're not truly an adult, but you're also not a kid anymore. And so it can be really hard to communicate with parents when you feel like you're either treated like a kid, you're not given enough responsibility, or maybe your parents don't take the time to understand you and give you the comforting you need. So, what are you going to do when your kid is anxious? Well, if you see the signs of anxiety in your child, it's a really good time to sit them down and relate to them. You can say, hey, I love you so much and I see you doing these behaviors. And to be honest with you, I completely relate to you because when I was your age, I did the exact same things. And you know what? I even still do them now. I'm still struggling with that. If they are having a hard time dealing with those emotions, you can tell them what you've been learning, hopefully in your therapy or just along the way, the things that you've learned that have helped you. The best way to communicate that to your teen is not by saying, okay, I know how to fix anxiety and this is what you need to do. You need to do X, Y, and Z. And then, when you follow up, you ask them if they did X, Y, and Z. And if they didn't, you are confrontational with them. That really is not a good way to handle your teen's anxiety. The best thing you can do is deal with it in a very respectful way. Remember how hard it is for you to deal with your anxiety. Do you always follow through with everything? The answer is probably no, and you're an adult and you have a lot more control over your life. So when you see your teen continuing to struggle and maybe not doing the things that you think they should be doing to improve themselves, you can give them a little boost. Maybe you can ask them to go for a walk with you or, sit down and journal with them. You can ask them to go see a movie with you or go out to dinner and take that time to kind of casually talk about things and figure out why it is that they're struggling so much. At the end of the day, it can be really hard to communicate with a teenager, especially one who's anxious, and especially when you're anxious and all you want to do is fix things that make you anxious. And of course, having an anxious kid makes you anxious. But it's really, really important for you to take a step back, think about how would you deal with this issue if perhaps this was your friend? Would you be this confrontational with them, or would you just provide support? If you can take that perspective with your teenager, that might just do the trick. I'm going to be offering an art journaling workshop for teens in June, and I would love to see your teens there. It will be focusing on coping with anxiety. Each session will have a few coping skills we go over, and then at the end of the session, we'll have an exercise where we work on an art journal, which is a very, very artistic way to express yourself. So call me at 614-500-3194 or check out my website, silverliningspsychotherapy.com, for more information. Take care. Have a good one.